Hey, what's happening? The ZV-E1 is an incredible video-centric camera that is so small and portable and easy to carry. It shoots stellar video with hardly any rolling shutter, 60 frames per second, no crop. Very few video cameras do that, but what about the photos? Well, here's what's up. I just got back from an incredible road trip through southern Colorado and beautiful Utah. I visited multiple national parks and I took literally thousands of photos. And along the way, I really discovered how to get the most out of this camera when it comes to photography. Consider hitting the like button and let's jump in. There are 3 things you do want to be aware of. And number 1 is 12 megapixels. For me, this is a non-issue. I've taken a lot of great photos that are very sharp, very detailed, and I have cropped in. A lot of people can't crop. I've cropped plenty and never had any issues, especially for social media. Number 2 is that you're comfortable with using smaller, lighter lenses. This makes taking photos much easier, and here's why. When you're shooting photos, you're gonna need to open up the screen and you're gonna be tapping, right, tap to focus often. Now, if you've got a big lens, it's hard to hold the camera with one hand and then touch with another hand. It's a little different when you have a viewfinder, right? You have one hand here, maybe the other hand is cradling the lens, and then you push the camera up against your eye and that creates 3 points of contact for steady photos, and it makes it easy to see the screen, to line up the shot. So light lenses is something to be aware of. And then the 3rd point is kind of what I just mentioned, and that is there's no viewfinder. Now this is it's called the camera, and it's spelled with a K, ZV-E1. And it's this little viewfinder. It's like $25, $30. It fits on the back of the ZV-E1 and it works really well. However, the thing to think about is the more you're able to really leverage just the camera, the more likely you can take stellar photos. And fact of the matter is, this is one more thing to bring. It's a little bit more weight. It's one more item in your backpack, etc. Furthermore, and this is the first tip, is make sure that this little zoom rocker on the end, make sure you can turn that on and off. And I like to have it off as a default. If I want to use clear image zoom, if I want to zoom in with the lens, I'm going to hit my custom button, turn on clear image zoom, get to my focal distance, and here's why. When you're using clear image zoom, you don't see the little square that is the focus point, and you really can't touch to focus, which means you don't know. So if by accident you hit the zoom rocker, which if you've got one of these cameras, I bet you've done it many times like I have. So turning it off means you always are only using the optical zoom available in your lens, and you're not using clear image zoom, and you can be more precise with touch to focus on the screen. That's important. Next up is I really recommend you get comfortable and you add focus peaking as one of your options in your FN menu, and you add a second option for focus peaking color. And here's what I discovered out in the desert. Incredible bright sunny day, a screen that even when it's set to sunny weather, so make sure you've got your screen turned to sunny, it's just so dim and it's really hard to tell what the heck you're taking a photo of unless you turn on focus peaking. And actually I shot most of my photos in manual, and then I turned my focus peaking color to white. And why does that work so well? Well, we've got a dimly lit screen that when we add focus peaking color of white, we get great contrast. And thus, anytime your subject is outlined in white, you know you've nailed your focus and you can shoot confidently. And like I said, 90% of the photos you're looking at were shot in manual mode using exactly what I explained. I didn't use this at all. I want you to know how to get the most out of this camera, and for me, focus peaking, manual focus makes it so easy. If you're nervous about manual focus, just try focus peaking a little bit and you'll see what I mean. It's actually not as challenging as you may think. Now, if you want to learn how to take better photos, then check this video out on the screen now, or check out this video that YouTube thinks you'd really enjoy. I'll see you on the next one. You dig?